Here's Wines and Spirits review. That usually goes to preview first and it went straight to live. How strange. So, yeah, I get this stupid preview thing going on. So, I've got this from lowcostbeer.com. It's called Jopen and it's Johannieter. Whatever that's supposed to mean. And it's a Weizen Doppelbock. 9%, so sessionable. And it's in a big bottle and all. Good evening, Thomas. So, is this one of them that's going to explode? That's why I got this bloody metal thing on it. Right, here we go. Good evening, Thomas. Again. Only 9%, yeah, I know. Sessionable. Good evening, Benjamin. Right, here we go. Is this going to explode on me? Because it better not. Okay, now. Chicks from getting out. It don't want to come out. It's coming out. Come on. You can do it. Good evening. Oh, dear. Bloody hell. Now, they used good, don't they? At my ceiling, no, there's no lights nearby. Here we go. Is it going to go with a thump? Or is it going to be a bit... Jesus. Oh, God. Well, after all that. Oh, well. I was expecting a bit of champagne. Yeah, no, get that bloody cork out. Jesus Christ. Die first. Good evening, Negan. And Shark, good evening. Well, evening in the UK, obviously. Morning in your neck of the woods. So, big, colourful beer. Wow. It is one way to keep it, isn't it? Jeez, that was a resistant little cork. So, really dark pour this is. And it's a Weizen Doppelbock. Not that I have a clue what a Weizen Doppelbock is. Yep. Gotta be honest, I don't know. All I really care about is what it tastes like. I'm not really bothered about the good evening, Sam. I'm not really bothered about all the different categories and styles and all that. Good evening, Dad. So I think this is about £9. If memory serves me correct on low cost, but it may well be cheaper for all I know. Not getting a lot on the aroma at the moment. Hope everyone's had a good day. I've not had a bad day, to be fair. Cold, really cold in the UK. 9%. So it's a big 750ml bottle. On at low cost at the moment. Is it bad that I don't know what you pay for stuff at times? You're finished for Christmas tomorrow? No way. You can't be finishing for Christmas tomorrow. Good evening. How the hell are you finishing for Christmas tomorrow? You must have a lot of holidays. This has just come straight from the fridge, i.e. the beer room. Left over from furlough. Flame neck. You won't want to go back. I've got 2 weeks and a day off for Christmas. So, yeah, 2 weeks of the day. And then they've just rejigged my working year from January to December, and they've changed it from May to April. So I've gone from 0 holidays to 9.5 holidays. So, I don't know how that works. Fuller's Old Winter Ale, 5.3%. Good evening, Steve, as well. Titanic Plum Porter. Oh, now that is a stunning beer. Have you seen the festive box that they're doing? Where you get the nice glass, you get Titanic Plum Porter in both can, bottle, and the Grand Reserve. You get the wreckage. I think it's called wreckage. You get that as well. All for £37. Yes, I'm going to try and get my son to buy it me for Christmas. But I'm going to wait till Friday to get him to order it because Black Friday's coming on, isn't it? And there's a good chance of getting the deal a little bit cheaper. So this is the moment. If you're ordering for Christmas, waiting those few days makes it worthwhile. Broadside. It's a nice beer, that is, you know. On the Titanic website. Yeah, go to Titanic's website on what's new, and you'll see the festive box. The glass looks amazing. Oh, rightio. I thought it tasted a bit wheaty. I'm just getting used to it at the moment. Oh, freezing. It has got a malty nose on it. Now I know why I'm tasting what I'm tasting. It's a big, strong beer for 6 o'clock at night. Yeah, I'm going to get my son to order it me for Christmas. But I want free postage and packaging. Good evening, Craig H. I want free postage and packaging, which is why I want to wait till Friday. See if they usually do it on Black Friday. Let's see, if you only order the festive kit, it's 37 quid. It says it's very, very dark. And an 8 quid delivery. So you've got to spend, if you spend 50 quid, you trigger free delivery. So it's worth doing that. Buying 2 of the small, well, the 750ml bottles of the great port infused Grand Reserve. I'll get it out in a minute. But if you can get it 37 quid without triggering the having to trigger the free delivery, then it's all good. Thornbridge calendar. Hey, I'm really looking forward to drinking it. Yeah, not too long. So it's a good strong beer, this is. And I don't just mean strong ABV rise, but that maltiness is really has a good punch to it. Reminds me in a lot of ways of like Old Tom. And obviously same sort of ABV as Old Tom. The wheat side of things, it's there, but the malty side of things really does shine through, which is probably a good thing because I'm not really keen on wheat beers. I'm much more keen on malty beers than wheat. Although this would have probably been better drank at room temperature. I do need to get off my backside and move. You don't drink every day? I try not to. I only drink on days ending in day. Yeah. And I don't drink for 19 hours of the day on those days. So yeah, really big malt beer. I'm trying to think of beers that it's similar to, in a lot of ways to Old Tom, and some of the more old-fashioned, big, strong malty beers. 29th of February. Yeah. Got to be honest, I can't remember the last time I actually did have a day off. JD on your cornflakes. Talking of Jack Daniels, have you seen the TV? Morrison's Jack Daniels 1 litre at $16.99. I have never seen Jack Daniels 1 litre at that price. That is stunning. Stunning for Jack Daniels. They've also got Russian Standard at $14.99. That's not really that big a deal. The JD at $16.99 is a big deal. And there'll be a lot of shopkeepers around the country. Certain shopkeepers going to Morrison's and buying 6 bottles at a time and then selling them in their shops at 30 or 40 quid. But then again, I suppose that will happen. I mean, Morrison's, they've got the obviously Bailey's at $9.99 for a litre. They're looking like potential winners of this Christmas at the moment. Yeah, it is. That's why I love the Advent calendars, because you don't know what you're drinking. It's like start on number 1, work your way up. And last year was really good, because obviously with the live reviews as well, especially when you don't know what you're getting. I mean, not every style I like. So in a lot of ways, I leave stuff because I think, oh, I'm not drinking that. And you leave it and you leave it, and then it goes out of date. And then you still leave it. But when you're kind of forced to drink it, and that's where also there's a good chance that you'll get a beer that blows your mind. You know, something that you're not interested in. You look and you think, oh, what's this? And then you drink it and it's like, wow, that was a stunner. Those beers are out there. You know, I've drank 3.8% beers that have walloped me. And I'm like, how can the 3.8% wallop me when a 7 or 8% doesn't? You know, and that's in the ABV. You know, feeling drunk afterwards. Strange at times. Some styles of beer hit you more than others. And obviously temperature means so much. Wow, it's cold in the beer room tonight. I've got the fire on. It's not so cold outside now. It's colder in here than it is outside. Shows you how crap my insulation is in the spare room. Or the fact that there's no heating on for 23 hours a day. Good evening, Darren. Always busy. Setting up new at the Newark site. Setting up big new beds with flowers in, and that it's going to be very different by the time next year comes, especially after this winter. I've got a whole winter to really put my stamp on things, and I've got so many ideas. As you are as a gardener, or in any job really, you know, if you get allowed to run and put your stamp on stuff. Impy stouts. I do like a nice impy stout. I've got a few that I want to line up for the period between Christmas and New Year. I want to do some potential beer of the years, but they'll be done at the house, not in the beer room, because it's too cold down here. And I want them at room temperature so I can enjoy them. Probably sit in the front room and do beer reviews from the front room with the aircon on, keeping nice and warm. So, big malty beer. I'm not sure where it's from actually. Let's have a look on the back. Obviously, I know where it came from. It came from low cost beer. So it's a Netherlands beer from rightio. EBU of 25, 9%. So good sessionable strength. And going down well. I don't mind drinking a big one at this time and then going a bit quieter later, to be fair. So, it is cold. I'm freezing. I've got some beers coming from Lenton Lane Brewery near me. They're doing 12 beers, 30 quid, and a glass. And it's delivered for local anyway. I'm not sure about further afield. I've got a Adventure Beer Advent calendar coming. I've obviously got the Thornbridge. The Christmas beers, I'm hoping my son buys me the festive box from Titanic Brewery. But wait till Friday. If anybody's interested in doing that, wait till Friday. Imp is in the hot tub. Hot tub stays empty this time of the year. Private brewery tour as well. What, Rams at Harry's Brewery? Did you go? Out of curiosity. The old Ramsbury Brewery. I'm working too much at the moment. Don't get time to sit down and watch any beer reviews. In fact, to be honest, I haven't watched beer reviews in a while. It's just no time whatsoever. By the time I've done 6 days of work and everything else, time just flies by. Oh, milk stout. I must admit, I do want to try Harry's beers, the Ramsbury beers. It says Ramsbury, isn't it? Yeah, Ramsbury, not Ramsgate. Why the name brewery is so close? Yeah. But yeah, I'd like to try some of his beers. They sound right down my street, to be fair. £12 in the box for a tenner at Sainsbury's. There's Bar Humbug back at Sainsbury's, if you've been in. Be interested to see if that's back in. I do like Bar Humbug. I mean, last year you could understand, I suppose, with COVID, certain beers not coming out. But this year at Christmas, surely all these big breweries would flood the market with loads of Christmas beers. Hopefully tomorrow night I will take a trip up to Lidl and see what if they've got any Christmas beers in the local one. My Morrison still hasn't got no Christmas beers in. I tell you, depending on where you live in the country, it's rubbish. Although up the road from me, in Mansfield, my Liam up the road, he can get all these Christmas beers. Ramsbury the Gold, eh? Ooh. And I'll tell you what is interesting, talking about Thornbridge, this December subscription box is very interesting. 8 beers, I think it's 8 beers, for 30 quid. And the beers involved, there's an £11 beer on its own there. And the beers itself, oh dear, they're proper decent beers. I mean, the base beer that was right there. Oh, right, good evening, Andy. You are chocking out some beer reviews these days. I'm slowing down, I am. I'm struggling to get the beer reviews out. Again, it's so bleeding cold. I need to do more kitchen beer reviews. That's what I've got to do. I've got to start doing kitchen beer reviews or cider reviews from the kitchen. Might start doing that, taking beers back up the kitchen. Doing shorter reviews, but just getting an extra beer review a night in. Yeah, there's a plan. See if I get caught doing it. These things happen. Get bollockings for doing extra beer reviews. One a day. Good evening. I thought you'd do more than one a day, to be honest. I get loads coming through my feed, unless they just get repeated. Oh, there's plenty of eggs in the kitchen. Yeah, plenty of eggs in the kitchen. Did anybody try my homebrew at the weekend, just out of curiosity? The COVID-19 booster, December, I'm having mine. It's got to be, I think it's got to be something like 6 months from your first boost, from your first jabs, for whatever. So it's a 9%, and it's Jopen Johannieter, available from Low Cost Beer. That's where I got it from. And it's a Weizen Doppelbock. So basically, is it 5 months? Oh, no wonder. So that's what I was told. 6 months when I applied. So, big dark beer, little white head on it. There was a lot of ale. Didn't get opened. Leave it. I'll tell you what, if it don't get opened, leave it for a few more months. It'll age brilliantly. Especially the rum and honey version, the rum and honey ones. Wow, they will age. They will be stunning in another few months. Loads. See, I used to do that. I used to do a load and then chuck them on, and now I'm just doing them as I'm going along. And in the summer months, I can do that more because half the time I'm down the garden and I can chuck out a sneaky reviewer, and then go back to work. This time of the year, coming down the shed to do reviews, it's especially if you're doing live reviews, because obviously it takes its time, and that's what got me a bollocking a few months ago for taking too long down the shed. I've cut down on drinking. Yeah, I'm only having 3 or 4 a day now instead of 7 or 8. I never drink at work. No, I don't do things like that. No. Even though I work at 2 hotels with loads of spirits, wines, and beers. No. It's all on camera anyway, so you wouldn't do it. You'd be stupid to do that sort of thing. And not that I would anyway. Especially when I'm driving home in the dark, you need your wits about you these days. There are so many crap drivers on the road. Tonight, dickheads who won't let you out of junctions as well. Yes, just at the moment, just 2, unless I win one. Now, if I win one, or I'm given one for free, then obviously they'll be free. But certainly only 2 at the moment, and 2 lives, yeah, definitely, yeah. I will do a 3rd beer review each day though, because I've got a mountain of beer to get through still. There's a load of beer that needs to jump on the shelf behind me that's on the floor still. And again, there's a load of empty bottles on the floor as well still. So, but yeah, I've got a load of stuff I need to get through. And I want to run the beer wall down. It's not going to run down. It's going to be a while though, because but I'm not, from January to March, I'm not doing any gardening whatsoever. So unless I get money off the internet, I'll have no money, because I don't take money out of my wages. And they do. Yeah, they run up to Christmas just more idiots on the road. So I've got 3 months where I'll be buying no beers. Don't care what's out there. I won't have money anyway. So Island's Edge. Ooh. I'd love to go over to Northern Ireland. I would. And go to the Tesco's in Londonderry and take about 200 quid. Go in my car, obviously, not on a bloody plane, and just fill my car with beers. We will do it at some stage. But, 140. It gets ridiculous, doesn't it? No. I keep trying to run the beer wall down. Then all of a sudden I go on a splurge, or you get birthdays or other things. It didn't help buying 64 bottles of Raggies. Yeah. And obviously, on the run up to Christmas, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, there were competitions galore. So enter those competitions, depending on where you live in the world, obviously. But enter those competitions, because you never know. I've not seen any Christmas beers in Morrison's yet. No, it does my head in. Every time I've been in, no beers. 277 bottles of homebrew. Now, I tell you what, as a hobby goes, you see a beer that's new, you buy it. And you see a beer and you buy it and you buy it. And yeah, it can get expensive. Luckily, I don't use the shops. Luckily, I only deal in cash, so it's only at the supermarkets. But if I was to use the shops, like Trembling Madness or places like that, oh dear. I want to start brewing after Christmas. Yeah. Straight after Christmas, I want to get some brew on, and I may do a quadruple IPA, minimum quadruple. Evil Dog quadruple IPA, 2 kits, put it in the same fermenter, and let it rock. And I can take it to work and bubble it at work. Take it in on a Monday when it's quiet. Do it on Sunday night. Take it in on Monday. Leave it there till Friday. By Friday, we've got a warm room, and by Friday it will have fermented out, because that room is that bloody good. I mean, you walk in this time of year, freezing your butt off. You walk into the warm room, it's like, oh, it's where the boilers are. Brilliant. Next week, I'm there Monday and Tuesday next week, so I'm putting up a Christmas tree, funnily enough. 50 bottles of homebrew. Fair play. It is a great hobby. I mean, obviously, being careful what you drink, obviously, and spirits is a bad thing, because with spirits you can drink a lot quickly and get yourself into trouble with the wife and the missuses, and we all know where that goes. Yeah, we'll get bollockins. Mental health's not good for drink either, because you can soon go downhill quickly, and if you're having a bad time and you hit the drink, you can soon. It's changed a bit since you last came. It's going to change as well. There's going to be, by time a couple of years come, it'll still be grass, but there'll be a lot more. So I'm going to do the double IPA, Evil Dog, which is a beast on its own. You can get 8.3% from that on its own. But I'm going to do 2 kits, 1 barrel, and see how it goes. Yeah. And then I may even add a bag of sugar to it just for the crack. A couple of bags of sugar. Evil Dog's the best of the Bulldog range. Although I do like the Yule Brew, the cinnamon and ginger. That's really nice. Easter Brew, obviously, is also really, really good. The Imperial Bad Cat, the red ale, I wasn't keen on that. The sugars did not ferment out properly for me. I know I had an issue during fermentation. It was down the shed and I had to take it back up the house. Yeah, that double IPA yours was sound. Phew, that was some good beer, that was. I enjoyed that. So, 25 minutes in, better start doing an actual review instead of just yakking. Double IPA from Aldi. Some of them Aldi ones have been a bit dodgy. Spiced apple. Oh, yeah, at the top. Yeah. I sometimes forget what I've got, to be honest. Yeah. I've got spaces on the beer wall. I need to fill them up. Evil Dog Homebrew is exceptional, Darren. Yeah, it is. It's stunning beer to brew. Strong. You don't need to mess it. You can just brew the kit as it is, and it will come out anything up from 7.5 to 8 points something. It's just how it is. It's a strange old kit. If you look on the internet, people get such a varied amount, and they're not adding sugar to it. So yeah, it's Jopen Johannieter from Low Cost Beer, and it's a Weizen Doppelbock, 9%. So it's got some good strength to it. Very malty for me. It's supposed to be malty, wheaty. I mean, I get more malt than anything. It's like a bit like Old Tom for me. Which isn't a bad thing, because I don't mind Old Tom, although not 7 bottles of it. Jesus, especially when you've had a full belly full of food. That wasn't good. My stomach afterwards. Being sick in the beer room. Oh dear. Not good. But this is going down a treat. So, I mean, it's a nice beer. It's a treat beer, this is, or sharing beer. It's one of those beers that you want to drink with 2 of you, not really on your own. You fell asleep in the garden. Fair play there. I must do a broadside. I must get a couple of bottles of broadside one day, only because it's cheap as well, and do a broadside versus maybe King Goblin. Adnam's broadside versus King Goblin. Now that is a battle. Old Tom Ginger's a stunner as well. That is a decent beer. It is a decent beer for ginger beers. So I'm doing this to get myself back into the live mode and talking again, because once you stop doing lives, I find it very difficult to jump back in. I wondered that as well, Negan, because on my videos now it shows likes and then it actually says dislike. So I don't know. They're playing around with things all the time. I've not tried it yet, Mr. Scrooge. I may well review it tonight, actually, because, Christmas, and it gets you in the Christmas mood. And in fact, for number 2 and 3 beer reviews tonight, I might take them both up the house, when I can find them somewhere, and review Mr. Scrooge and that up the house. Yeah, I popped it. I can't even see them. So, need to knock off. Wife will think I'm kipping down the shed at this rate. So we'll do when I'm doing 2 on the row. So very dark black pour, little white head on this. Malty, boozy. I've said that to her. Malty and boozy. And yeah, it shows a 9%. for me, it's no, maybe I'm cooking dinner tonight, so she'll be all right. Adnams and King Goblin are both similar ABV as well, so it's a good battle. It's an interesting battle. For me, it's like a Dutch version. Good evening, Slurpee. It's like a Dutch version of Old Tom, and it's nice. It's a good, big, malty beer. Oh, God, nearly lost the glass then. Jesus. Um, Drunk in the shed, never. There's been a few times. I'm trying not to get drunk these days. Trying. Yes. I need to do some. I need to get my pinter kits done. I've got 3 pinter kits in the fridge, and one of them's a double IPA. I need to get them cracked on, and so I'm running short of beer. I've got no spare beer apart from beer review beer. And when you fancy a beer, that's not good. You know, you come in the shed, it's like, oh shit, what can I drink? Nothing, because I haven't reviewed it. You've got to have a drink, haven't you? So, for me, a really nice malty beer. I didn't really get the wheat part of it. I didn't really get the wheat part of it, but I certainly got the malt. It's a real malt, boozy malt fest of a beer. And if you like Old Tom, you'll love this. It's a good beer. For me, a good 4.3 out of 5. And got some whack on it. It's like an imperial stout, basically. But it's not. It's a Weizen Doppelbock. No, I've got no spirits. What's next beer then? Not. I'm not doing 2 beer reviews at the moment. No, new, not the moment. Right, got to run up the house. Go and cook some dinner. Try not to go bollocking, as you do. And if it hadn't been a 9% one, it wouldn't have been so bad. But 9%, dangerous. And it's 750ml bottle as well. So I'm going to neck this off camera. Wow. And Thomas, good evening, matey. Yes, I'm on your sort of beers from your neck of the woods. There you go. No, not homebrew. I got it from Low Cost Beer. Back on at 6 tomorrow. Yeah. And one has got to run. Thank you all for joining, and see you later. Cheers all. This is a bloody nice beer, to be fair.